Right, Paul's here and here's my guide to cookie butter lattes. Biscoff biscuits are one of my favorite snacks growing up, and today we're going to learn how to make it into a beautiful drink that's perfect for cozying up with a book. Let's start the recipe by preparing our milk. In a measuring cup, measure about 1 cup of milk, and once done, set it aside and pour it into a stainless steel pot like this. Next, get your cookie butter. So the beautiful thing that we have here is called cookie butter, and this is how we're going to add the rich and luscious cookie flavors into our latte. And if you're like me, there are days where I just do this. With a measuring spoon, measure about 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of cookie butter. It really depends on how sweet you want your drink to be. Now you will find that your cookie butter tends to stick to your spoon, so go ahead and use another spoon and slowly ease your way out and put it into the pot. Now let's talk spices. I'm only going to use cinnamon powder today, but go ahead and make it your own. Add any spice that you enjoy, such as nutmeg or ginger powder. But remember, with spices, a little goes a long way, so I'm only going to use about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Now I love cinnamon powder, and when you have it, it gives you a sweet, woody and slightly citrusy aroma. It gives you a sensation of comfort, and I think that is why it's such a key ingredient in so many desserts. Now we can't not add vanilla extract in a drink that's supposed to taste like cookies. Here I have my very own homemade vanilla extract, where I soak some Madagascar vanilla beans in some vodka. Store-bought vanilla extract is fine, but when you make it at home, you'll realize you're going to create something special. Now to the pot, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now we're going to start mixing everything together. Grab a handy whisk and turn it on your stove, but set it on the low setting. Now start whisking your pot and ensure that everything is well incorporated. You will realize that the cookie butter is actually quite hard to dissolve, especially when the milk is cold, but this should improve as the milk heats up. So continue whisking and making sure nothing at the bottom of the pot burns, and as you go along, give it a tilt once in a while. You will notice that some of the cookie butter may stick to the bottom of the pot, so use your whisk and make sure that you scrape it out. Once everything is incorporated and the milk has been heated up, you know you're done when some steam starts to form at the top of the pot. Just make sure you don't actually allow the milk to come to a boil. Now prepare 1 to 2 shots of your favorite espresso. I'm using a Nespresso machine here, but of course you can pull your own espresso from your own coffee machine if you have one. And now the fun part. Assembly. Now get your favorite tall glass ready and give your pot one last stir and pour your hot cookie butter mixture into the glass. Be careful when you do this and don't scald yourself. When you're done, put the pot aside, take your coffee and pour it into the cup. Now this drink is supposed to be a treat, so I'm going to add a beautiful layer of whipped cream on top. And 1 more of my favorite Lotus biscuits. And here's one last trick. You can take a packet of the Lotus biscuits and give it a good bash. You can use a spoon if you want to. The goal is to make the biscuits nice and crumbly. Once done, open up your packet and gently sprinkle your cookie crumbs on top of your latte. And there you have it, your very own homemade cookie butter latte. That's all for today's show. If you actually enjoyed it, remember to click like, subscribe, and to turn on the notifications. Remember to take care of yourself, your friends and family, and I'll see you next time. This is Ted Yo, signing off.